HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Everyday.
A busy night for police on Wednesday as they investigated 3 shootings, 2 of them ending fatally. Good evening, everyone. I'm Charisma Robinson. Police are looking for clues in the killing of an educator last night, and they're also searching for clues in a double shooting which left 1 man dead and another in hospital. Our Clint Watson has more on the separate incidents which took place in neighboring communities.
Police have little to go on that would determine why Joyell Mcintosh, a primary school teacher at Queen's College, was gunned down in her car at the intersection light of Village and Parkgate Roads around 8 p.m. last night. Assistant Commissioner of Police Stephen Dean had little to say to reporters on the scene as his officers were busy collecting evidence.
We do not know the motive of this incident. We are in the preliminary stages. Our detectives are on the ground conducting an active investigation, talking to people, trying to determine what might have happened. But what we can say, we wish to put a public appeal to anyone who might have been passing in this area around that time, who might have seen the vehicle. Immaterial to how the information might be. It might be a small piece of information, but we need members of the public to assist us now in determining what might have happened here tonight. And I'm sure that as the information unfolds, we'll be able to come back to the media and tell you more details.
Well, around 10:30 last night, police also responded to calls of 2 more shootings, this time a short distance away in White's Addition off Kemp Road. When police arrived, ACP Dean says they found one of the men dead and the other shot. He was taken to hospital in stable condition. Again, police on the scene did not have a motive or much to go on with these shootings.
And we are also want to put a word out to persons who continue to wreak havoc on our communities, who continue to use firearms. We will continue to pursue you. We'll continue to arrest you. And we will follow those prolific offenders who constantly, in and out of the system, commit these types of crime. But we will find them.
Investigations into both matters continue. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Queen's College community is mourning following the tragic death of one of their own. Fern Carey tells us that the victim was described as a rising star at the institution.
The whole school is in a state of shock and disbelief. This murder has affected so many lives.
Staff and students at Queen's College are still coming to grips with the shooting death of grade 4 teacher Joyell Mcintosh. The 40-year-old mother of 2 sons was gunned down in her car at the intersection light of Village and Parkgate Roads Wednesday night. School principal Andrea Gibson says Mcintosh joined the teaching staff back in 2012 and was a rising star who will be greatly missed.
All of us here saw her yesterday and never thought for a moment that that would be the last time she would be walking this campus. We're not going to let this be in vain. She joined the community and engaged in extracurricular activities, worked extremely hard in anything we were doing, our creative arts. She participated in, you would have interviewed the parent of the student. She trained for the spelling bee. She was a dynamic member of staff.
To help students cope with the tragic news, students were provided with grief counseling and school was dismissed at noon on Thursday. Now, this is a classroom where Ms. Mcintosh taught, but her talents didn't end there. School officials say she touched the lives of hundreds of students throughout the school and at every grade level.
Just last week, we had an insect day here in the primary years, and to support her children, she dressed up as a ladybug, and she cheered them all on and took pictures with them and arranged them in different groups so they could have their pictures taken. She was full of life, and just like her name, full of joy.
This morning as I walk around and try to console children, it is heartbreaking. 2 little girls from a classroom in all their tears came to me and said, we want to go and pick some flowers to put on our table.
I came to know the news like 4 a.m. this morning, but thought about it for 2 hours before talking to my daughter. I didn't know exactly how to tell her and how she would take it, because she was very close to Miss Mcintosh. And
that is tragic. That is absolutely tragic, because this is one person who was contributing to the building up of young people in this country.
President of the Bahamas Conference of the Methodist Church, Reverend Christopher Neely, called for an end to the bloodshed.
Destroying ourselves and our future. We think the Board of Governors and the Methodist Church believes that tackling the problem of crime needs to be the number one priority.
A special assembly will be held sometime next week to honor the memory of Mrs. Mcintosh. Fern Carey, ZNS Network News.